I'm Sam from Sons of Cirrus and I play guitar.
I'm Bert from Sons of Cirrus and I play the bass.
Basically, we saw Cunt Faced on YouTube and we really appreciated what they were doing. And we thought we've got to do a gig with them.
I got a random text from someone whose number I'd never seen before, and it said something like, "Cunt Faced are fucking awesome. Lots of love, your biggest fan," or something like that.
We decided in a mellow state to phone them up in character to ask them to get a support slot for a gig.
I think you might have called them a Kent or something.
Alright, we heard you like our band, and if you ask us really nicely, really nicely, we'll come up and shit one of our songs out on stage.
If I'm honest, I hadn't paid it a lot of attention. I'd briefly seen on YouTube. There was only 3 of them, and I decided to join in. And that was it, really. I just decided to join in.
I'm Kara, I work on the Rocks and I'm one of the bar supervisors. I think it was Sons of Sirius that were playing, and we didn't know that the other bands were going to be playing, and then they came on.
If you didn't know, we are Cunt-Faced.
And that was a proper supporting slot. It wasn't none of your open mic shit. This was the big time, baby.
This song's called Professional Rapist.
Packed Halloween night. Great night, what can I say? It was a brilliant reaction. A genuinely warm and enthusiastic and fun reaction from the whole crowd.
I don't know, it was more like, watching the other people around us, just cringe and fucking, look a bit shocked, but, it was pretty powerful stuff.
To be honest, I was expecting the bar to clear out, but it didn't. A lot of people sort of moved down to the front by the stage and enjoyed it, and they did start a bit of a mosh pit. I like the music side of it, but I didn't like the lyrics. I couldn't understand how they thought some of the stuff they were singing about was okay to sing about. And I did get worried that someone drinking was going to get offended and kick off.
And this one's called I Touched Your Mother While She Was Sleeping, but in the nicest possible way.
The set was pretty heavy.
We got an encore, we didn't play it, but there was a request for one anyway, which was very neatly put down.
That was Cunt-Faced! Fuck off!
I'm not really surprised that if the owner of the bar was offended, it didn't really matter if everyone else was enjoying it, because what we do is quite offensive for most people. I mean, everyone's heard the word cunt before, the word fuck before, the word rape before, but a lot of people aren't quite prepared for that sort of thing when they just go on a regular night out and they're expecting to see something melodic and something pretty sounding and just have a good, fun, Nuki style piss up.
Second to last song of the evening. It's called Pretty Fit for a Spaz. Hey.
That was good. It was different, definitely different.
In what way?
Good, different, because no one else does what you guys do.
Whenever Cunt-Faced play live, I personally think there's no point in doing it at all unless it's being filmed, because it is a complete public prank, really.
I was in a semi-professional bands for 10 years or so, and you're constantly riding that edge of, am I doing it right? Oh crap, I've made a mistake. And just to switch all of that off, all the safety mechanisms, anything like that, and just go, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to play whatever I like.
It was raw, it was loud, and that's about it, really.
Yeah, it was
really,
pretty
highly,
offensive.
highly
you know?
offensive.
Yeah, I think, it captured you.
We had a really good laugh, and I really love the just especially when there's chaos, because for Cuntface to me, we're like an engine of chaos. It's a catalyst, if you will. I just love it when everyone's going fucking berserk.
It just adds a bit of something new, different to the night.
There's a lot of people out there that love Cuntface and also hate Cuntface.
The point of it is that the lyrics go too far. The point of it is that the humour goes too far. That is the joke. That is the point. So asking whether anything's too offensive just completely fails to understand Cuntfaced. It fails to see the point behind it, because it is out of order, and that's it. That is the joke. It's shoving it in people's faces.
I've never put any boundaries on humour. Anyone that knows me knows I've got a very dark sense of humour. I don't care. When you start putting boundaries on humour, and you start saying, well, that's out of bounds, that's out of bounds, you can't talk about that, you can't talk about that. It's just pathetic, really. It's either everything or nothing. It's either you exist in a world where every dark and tragic incident has some sparkle, glimmer of comedy in there somewhere, it's got to, or you just live in a bleak, neutral existence where there is no high, there is no low. You just keep a constant, plateau of, emotionless crap, basically. It's got to be fun. There's got to be humour in everything, and if there's not, what's the point?
If anyone's able to be offended by anything, they'll probably be offended by Cuntfaced, because that's the point.
I don't think personal offence has a place in Cuntfaced. I don't think it does. Personal offence is much removed from it. It's not about targeting anyone in particular. It's about the taboo of saying the word rape. It's like the great brass eye, it's not the act or the crime itself. It's what surrounds it. It's the ridiculous taboo put on a certain word or put on a certain action or reaction to something. It's comedy at the end of the day. Where do you draw the line? I mean, at the end of the day, some of the crap they put on TV that's completely non-offensive offends me, just because money's being spent on it. Things like that, it's rubbish, pointless rubbish that, is no good for anyone. And if people find it funny, then fine, but don't put it in my face. And that's the same thing. If you don't like Cuntfaced, you walk out the room, you leave the bar, you don't carry on watching the YouTube video. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Cuntfaced were and are a unique and special band. By challenging the limits of obscenity, they urged their audiences to reflect upon the hypocrisy of taking offence. The band's view is that if any form of offensive humour is acceptable, then all forms are, because taking offence is, in essence, a personal decision.